I just wanted to explore. You never know when you'll randomly find a chest. All right. Where the heck am I? Oh, we saw this locked door earlier. You mean to tell me Jonah couldn't have hacked into that with like a little portable computer? Tio couldn't have hacked into that? Looks like the day's over. Yes. All we have left on the itinerary is our team dinner. Right. Are we all just staring at the fishing spot? Everyone, thanks for all you've done for me. I don't know how I can ever repay you. I know we didn't get to be teammates for very long, but I learned a lot. I couldn't be more grateful. Come on, Noelle. We're the ones who owe you here. These last 3 months have really flown by, haven't they? Though it was only 2 in my case. I gotta say, the group ain't gonna be the same without you. You guys, this is hard enough as it is. I mean, there's still so much business we left unfinished. Like the cryptids, the pleroma grass. I'm really sorry to leave you all like this. I wanted to see it through to the end. Think of it this way. Our positions may differ when we wake up tomorrow, but we'll still be working for the good of Crossbell. That should soothe the patriot in you, though it may not sound so sincere coming from me. Still, I'm holding out hope that you'll come back into our loving arms when all's said and done. After all, you are expected to have a bright and promising future, aren't you? You're better off spending it with us instead of whittling your talents away in the CGF, one firefight after another. Cheeky to the last, aren't you? Some things never change. I don't know, I feel like that was quite profound of Wazy. More than I would have expected. Well, that aside, he ain't totally wrong. The commander wouldn't have endorsed your transfer here if you weren't a good fit. That's right. We'd love to work with you again. You'll always have a home here, Noelle. And even if things don't work out that way, we can still meet up as friends on our days off. I anticipate you teaching me the ways of the road someday. You should expect to hear from me the moment I reach the minimum age requirements. Tio's too young to learn how to drive. Aw, Tio, I'd love to. Thank you, Noelle. Between your driving, your combat skills, and the energy you brought to the team, you've been an invaluable member of the SSS. But above all, your wavering integrity and candor have been an inspiration for each of us. Wade. Even if we're apart for now, we'll always be comrades. So if you ever need help at the CGF, we're only a phone call away. And naturally, we'll be counting on you when the going gets rough. Just the way we always have. Of course. I'd be glad to help. And so, our leader worms his way into yet another fair maiden's heart. He can never last even a second without the spotlight, can he? Honestly. Lloyd, sorry for not giving you all the bonding points you deserved. To be fair, I did not know the game was going to take Noelle away from me. Or I would have tried harder to get Noelle bonding points. Looks like you got your work cut out for you, Mademoiselle. Ellie, you picked, like, the worst person to fall in love with. He's so dense. What does this have to do with me? What are you guys whispering about? Uh-huh. Oh, wait. It's not like that, I swear. Oh, methinks the lady doth protest too much. Is that a friendly rivalry I hear brewing? Now she just has to come back. Imagine Lloyd calling her Noe when she returns. Randy, Wheezy. That's enough, you two. Sidesteps away. Hey, Tio, what are they talking about? How you managed to pass the detective exam is beyond me. I ask myself that question all the time. I'll just shut up now. You have no idea why Tio said that. Tio is so great and brutal at the same time. That evening, Lloyd and the others held a farewell party for Noe at the restaurant in Central Square. Sergei, Kia, and even Zeit came by to attend. As they enjoyed their meals and drinks, the bittersweet night rolled along. Then the next morning, Noelle packed her bags and left the SSS building. I never even got to buy you all of your room gifts. Dang it. I see you haven't slept. Man, what time is it? Wait, it's already morning? I'm starving. What time did that pizzeria open again? Actually, I think they just started taking orders from the Orbital Net. Think I'll check up on that. Huh? What the? Who left all this garbage in the memory? No, wait, what even is this? A data structure? But this isn't just any old data in here. What the heck? Oh. 2 days later, Jonah broke the internet. The referendum to gauge the Crossbell public's sentiments towards state independence was held. The very same day, the results were announced. And after 1 week had come and gone, Crossbell was locked on a collision course with destiny. 7 pages. Okay. Newsflash, Crossbell declares independence. Preface. The state election board has announced that over 90% of eligible voters submitted a ballot in the referendum, of which 70% were cast in favor of independence. Shocker. When another country attacks you so brutally that you would want independence from them. The high voter turnout can be attributed to the anguish inflicted by the raid on Crossbell City. Many voters suspect that the attacks may have been perpetrated, words, by the Empire or Republic. As such, these results could be a reflection of the average Crossbellan's frustration with the status quo. Regarding the results, the referendum was designed to gauge the opinion of the average Crossbellan after the ballots were counted. However, something exceptional occurred. In spite of the abominations of many Diet members, Mayor Croix chose to disregard them all and declare independence unilaterally. This unprecedented move will doubtlessly have major ramifications on Crossbell's relations with its surrounding countries. In light of this development, we would like to stress that our publication is committed to reporting information as accurately as is within our capabilities. Editor-in-Chief. Dieter Kreuss declares independence. At a press conference yesterday, Mayor Kreuss declared independence on behalf of Crossbell citizenry. In what he termed an official international proclamation, the mayor moved that the land be known as the independent state of Crossbell thereafter. Mayor Kreuss then outlined his upcoming reforms aimed at cementing Crossbell as an independent nation. First, the creation of a state constitution, and next, the abolition of the state's subservient relationship with Erebonia and Calvard, including a repeal of the 10% revenue tax collected by these nations. 10%? Dear God. Finally, the formation of the Crossbell Defense Force. This organization will unify the police and CGF, assuming their respective responsibilities of keeping the peace and maintaining national security. Following these announcements, Mayor Kreuss said that the state government, soon to be the independent state government, would be enacting these changes within the next month. As for the declaration itself, even those well-versed in politics were taken off guard by the abrupt move, calling it an unusually swift development. Who wouldn't want to stop paying 10% to those countries as soon as possible? Apparently, the mayor went against the cautious advice of Speaker McDowell in pursuit of this decision. It may be some time before all facets of this unprecedented declaration are elucidated. The reaction abroad. Both the imperial and republican governments, the current suzerains of Crossbell, issued statements on the day of the declaration, rejecting the bid for independence. Of course they did. The land of Crossbell state has a historical basis as part of the Republic's territory. The Republican administration proclaimed, rebuking the declaration as a matter of course. Queen Alicia II of the Burl weighed in, saying that while the will of the populace should be respected, the Declaration of Independence itself was greatly premature. The Principality of Remiferia, who has requested confirmation on the situation, is expected to issue a similar statement. Meanwhile, the Holy City of Arteria has opted against any formal statements. A nation is not made in a single day, said a bewildered PR staffer. Within Crossbell City, despite the widespread uproar caused by the sudden announcement, many citizens are welcoming the change with open arms. Others aren't quite so eager. I thought the referendum was just to gauge interest, one resident tells us. That was the only reason I voted in favor. You're an idiot, then. The prevailing theme throughout this entire story is the ubiquitous confusion felt by everyone involved. That said, if Crossbell truly is set on independence, then this may only be the beginning of the troubles our fair state will face. No! Why are there 3 more pages? Breaking news! Mayor Kreuss declares asset freeze. Urgent press conference. Today, Mayor Kreuss held an emergency press conference at Orcus Tower to announce that all foreign assets held by the IBC would be frozen. This policy will remain in place until Crossbell's independence is acknowledged internationally. He's holding their money hostage. That's hilarious. The sudden declaration seems to indicate that the mayor, who also happens to be the IBC CEO, is willing to exert his influence on foreign economies despite lacking the domestic authority to do so. Due to the sudden nature of Kreuss's press conference, further details remain unknown. Before funds were seized, the IBC managed the majority of the continent's financial assets. The sudden withholding of said assets has caused markets across Lemuria to plummet, with some reports describing mass pandemonium in the Republican Stock Exchange. We reached out to experts for comment. Wouldn't it be funny if Mayor Kreuss is the one who hired the Red Constellation to do all of this just so that he could declare independence and take the other country's money? They did say that they were considering bidding for a contract with the Red Constellation at some point. Already, the impact on the international economy has been immense, explained one economist. It's difficult to tell how things will progress, a diplomat had this to say. We want to be certain we understand the full extent of this freeze before taking further action. Urgent bulletin. The major powers' ultimatum. According to a new report, both Erebonia and Calvard have held press conferences regarding the financial crisis. The Republican government demands that Crossbell State and the IBC revoke the asset freeze immediately. Failure to do so will be met with force, stated the Calvardian press secretary. Our sources claim that the imperial government has already begun mobilizing its army as well. It's possible these press conferences are meant to serve as an ultimatum. We will follow up on this story as we receive official communications. Special correspondent. Free me. Sorry, I needed a drink. Things have gotten pretty serious. Yes, I wasn't expecting the situation to progress so quickly. I tried contacting Uncle Dieter to ask about it, but I haven't been able to reach him. This is very intense music, by the way. The same applies to Chief Sergei. He has yet to return after departing for headquarters this morning. Could it be that he's investigating the newly established defense force? Probably so. After all, it came as a total shock. Not just for us, but the top brass too. Or so I've been told. The heck's up with that? How could they not have known about it? What about Noel, Mireille, and the rest of them? What are they up to? Unfortunately, we are also unable to get in contact with the CGF at the moment. I suspect they have chosen to remain silent due to the sheer volume of calls they're receiving. It's hard to blame them for that. The camera is slowly panning further and further away from the sleeping Zeit in the corner, and now you can just see like the tip of his nose sometimes. I wanted to look at sleeping Zeit more. But I doubt Erebonia and Calvard will hold their tongues, seeing as all their assets have been frozen. They made it clear that they're prepared to use force. I can only imagine how tense things are at the borders right now. Okay, but the Empire, well, presumably the Empire, going off of the knowledge we have right now, chose to blow up the IBC, the bank that housed their money. What did they expect to happen? Sorry, Kia. This must seem so scary to you. It's okay. I can tell whatever's going on is serious. I've been wondering, though, where's Swayze? I haven't seen him all morning. You know what, you're right. Where is he? Now that you mention it. He said he needed to attend to some minor business. I believe it was moments after the chief departed. Really? How irresponsible do you have to be to disappear at a time like this? Dog. Someone's at the door? With the way his shadow is, it looks like he's levitating off the ground. Yes. Who is it? Oh, thank goodness you're home. It's me, Cecile. Cecile? Oh, hi, Cecile. We weren't expecting you. Is everything all right? It's not every day you drop in to see us like this. She's not smiling. She looks quite, like, determined. I apologize for visiting out of the blue. If I may ask, Arios wouldn't happen to have come by here, would he? Arios? No, not at all. Did something happen? Well, the thing is, he came to the hospital late last night and took Shizuku away with him? What? He even filed the paperwork to have her discharged, effective immediately. What? He did? Is Arios jumping ship? We need him. Shizuku. I went to the Bracer Guild to see if I could figure out why, but not even Michelle had an answer for me. Oh, maybe that's what his warning at the cemetery meant. And he was implying that he wasn't going to make the same choices this time. He was going to make sure he protected Shizuku because he couldn't protect Saya. I thought it might be a long shot, but I decided to come ask all of you just in case. So that's what brought you here. The heck's gotten into him all of a sudden? The fact that it happened late at night makes it all the more dubious. Oh. I doubt it's the chief. He'd call your Enigma if he needed to reach us. Do you suppose it could have something to do with Arios? How am I supposed to know? Just answer the phone.